Good day, everyone. My name is Angel Similianes, BSBA HRDM. My topic is about Dada or Dadaism and Surrealism. So, what is Dadaism and Surrealism? Dadaism and Surrealism are the two important art movements of the early 20th century. These avant-garde movements had a profound worldwide influence on contemporary art, culture, and literature. Artists of both movements were recognized for their highly innovative and introspective expressions. Dadaism. The Dada movement began in Zurich in the mid-1910s, invented by refugee artists and intellectuals from European capitals beset by World War I. Dada was influenced by Cubism, Expressionism, and Futurism, but grew out of the anger over what its practitioners perceived as an unjust and senseless war. Hugo Ball, the founder of Dada, was a writer. In 1916, he started a satirical nightclub in Zurich, the Cabaret Voltaire, in the magazine which wrote Ball will bear the name Dada. So these are the Dadaism artworks. Surrealism originated in the late 1910s and early 20s as a literary movement that experimented with a new mode of expression called automatic writing or automatism, which sought to release the unbridled imagination of the subconscious. André Breton, father of Surrealism, dies at 70. Poet and critic influenced art and letters of 19th with Trotsky, set up World Anti-Stalin Artist Group. So these are Surrealism artworks. Difference between Dadaism and Surrealism. Dadaism represented the mockery of rules and shared knowledge and propagated meaninglessness and absurdity, while Surrealism was about finding a bridge between the subconscious and the reality. Surrealism was never anti-art, or its idea of autonomy never had the same meaning as to what Chance had for Dadaism. Arts in Nazi Germany. The Nazi regime in Germany actively promoted and censored form of art between 1933 and 1945. Upon becoming dictator in 1933, Adolf Hitler gave his personal artistic preference the force of law to a degree rarely known before. This art was to be both heroic and romantic. The Nazis viewed the culture of the Weimar period with disgust. Their response stemmed partly from conservative aesthetic and partly from their determination to use culture as propaganda. History. The early 20th century was characterized by startling changes in artistic styles. In the visual arts, such innovations of Cubism, Dada, and Surrealism followed hot on the heels of Symbolism. Post-Impressionism and Cubism were not universally appreciated. During recent years, Germany had become a major center of avant-garde art. It was the birthplace of Expressionism in painting and sculpture. The atonal musical composition of Arnold Schoenberg and the jazz-influenced work by Paul Hindemith and Kurt Weill. Art theft. Nazis began plundering Jewish collections from 1933 in Germany with the Aryanization of Jewish art dealerships like that of Alfred Fletchheim and the transfer to non-Jewish owners. In each country occupied by the Nazis, including Austria, France, Poland, and others, Jewish art collectors and art dealers were forced out of business and plundered as part of the Holocaust. The purge of art in Germany and occupied countries was extremely broad. The Nazi theft is considered to be the largest art theft in modern history, including paintings, furniture, sculptures, and anything in between considered either valuable or opposing Hitler's purification of German culture. Second World War, art theft by German forces was devastating, and the resurfacing of missing stolen art continues today, along with the fight of rightful ownership. In the end, the confiscation committees removed over 15,000 works of art from German public collection alone. It took 4 years to refine the Nazi art criteria. In the end, what was tolerated was whatever Hitler liked, and whatever was most useful to the German government from the point of view of creating propaganda. Art of the Third Reich. According to Klaus Fischer, Nazi art, in short, was colossal, impersonal, and stereotypical. In looking at Nazi architecture, art, or painting, one quickly gains the feeling that the faces, shapes, and colors all serve a propagandistic purpose. They are all the same stylist statement of Nazi virtues, power, strength, solidity, Nordic beauty. Here are some artworks. Start with painting. A Nazi Saint George killing the dragon. Flyleaf of a book about heraldry. Water lilies by the Nazi painter Ludwig Detmann, listed in the God-gifted list. Sculpture. Arno Bricker sculpting a bust of Albert Speer, the Reich armaments minister. Literature. In 1933, book burnings were organized by the Nazis, included work of Jewish authors and other works considered un-German. The origin of abstract expressionism. The first generation of abstract expressionism flourished between 1943 and the mid-1950s. The movement effectively shifted the art world's focus from Europe, especially Paris, to New York in the post-war years. The paintings were seen widely in traveling exhibitions and through publication. Germany. Expressionism originated from a group of artists in Germany during the late 80s. They viewed the Industrial Revolution as alienating and dehumanizing. Abstract Expressionism, a post-World War II art movement in American painting, developed in New York City in the 1940s. Jackson Pollock and Willem de Kooning started abstract expressionism in the late 1940s and early 50s. So these are abstract expressionism's artworks. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.